Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. Good morning everyone, good morning, and hopefully everyone's ready for a pretty good day when it comes to the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X restocks. We're going to give you guys all the little bits and pieces we had all throughout the weekend going on, because we actually do have quite a few locations I would recommend you guys going and checking, calling, or just seeing if they have any stock available for. We actually have like 4, I think, little walk-in locations that have been kind of somewhat flowing off from the weekend, as well as some Xbox news tied on in, and also we'll give you guys all the expectations of all the big retailers going on throughout today. Now, I do want to remind you guys too as well, usually Mondays are good information days, although we actually have had some times we have a lot of restocks going on, but at the same time we actually have quite a bit of bigger restocks we'll be watching for later on throughout this week, which will probably be covering it up throughout the weekly video. So we'll cover all the news here, and then any news that if it has a random 1 hour drop or whatever, well, you guys will have a chance to go and watch that later on throughout the weekly video. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get a bunch of free stock and free money, and same thing too as well with Coinbase for all the crypto. So let's go and dive on into the video itself. So first and foremost, let's go talk about a little bit of the new walk-in stuff. We actually kind of covered this a little bit throughout the weekend. So the two big locations on this one, besides the other ones too as well, we have the Myers. So if you guys had a chance to go and see, we made a video yesterday discussing and talking about the fact that Myers did go and have quite a few PlayStation 5 both disc and digital editions flowing on up. We had one of our Northern Indiana contacts going to reach out that they had stock arrivals scheduled, and we actually reached out to them as of last night and got some more additional information stating that they were able to go and start selling half of their stock as well. We also did have other reports we actually showed on the previous video too as well, in case you guys think we're capping and all of that. We saw quite a few other folks as well with other locations, such like the Wisconsin and Michigan, where they're also receiving apparently reports of PlayStation 5 digital consoles, so not just purely PlayStation 5 disc editions, as well as also been seeing PlayStation 5 disc editions as well, kind of somewhat simultaneously restocking. Although we have not seen any Xbox Series X or Xbox Series X Halo Infinite editions at the Myers stores. We also have still been seeing Xbox Series S's, although I don't usually cover up too much news on that because they're usually pretty much widely available up on Amazon, Best Buy, or other lock-in locations. So that's one major big one. If you guys are in the Midwest, probably throughout these next few days and probably this upcoming weekend too, we usually do see a lot more restock arrivals on Wednesdays and also on Fridays, it seems like, into Saturday day when it comes to Myers stores locations. So it's kind of like the big burst throughout this, and there should still be some stores available. As per usual for all the walk-in stuff we'll cover in the next few minutes, make sure you guys just call the store so you guys don't waste money on gas, check online, or just kind of somewhat even become friends with the people casually working there, because sometimes they get the best information going on. But we have seen quite a few different reports in different states and different areas, so it does look very, very good and very, very nice. So keep on being on the lookout for that. As well as part 2 of the Fred Myers. We actually did also go and cover up some people actually go getting this throughout the weekend too as well. We did have a chance to see some folks go and get them. We saw people up on Twitter. We saw people tweeting at me. We saw a few YouTube comments as well, stating that they're Fred Myers stores and Kroger's. It's kind of like a cross chain / it's all like a combination one, have also been receiving stock. For those, we've only been seeing PlayStation 5 disc editions, but we've kind of been covering that throughout the weekend and watching that a lot, which would also maybe make sense, maybe from delayed orders from the holidays or other various stuff too as well. So keep that in mind. We've been watching all those locations. We haven't seen as many for Kroger's. We've been seeing more so on this side for Fred Myers, which is kind of the switch because we saw a lot of Kroger's before, not as much Fred Myers later on. So as of right now, if you guys want to go call and check and casually see, feel free to. Now as well, for a little bit more of I almost want to say somewhat good news, we have finally been seeing more reports of the GameStop stores finally selling out, which is maybe not necessarily good news because I'd rather it still be in stock for you guys. There is still a good chance that if some of you guys want to go check your local store locations, you guys could still go and pick up some, maybe throughout another 1 or 2 more days, if that. But this drop has been ongoing for quite a few days already. Although, as we've kind of covered throughout the weekend, some stores were closed early, some stores weren't even open for the New Year's, and just a lot of that stuff put together just wasn't as good. So, as we're watching that and seeing that, I just want to let you guys know we have been at least aware of the stock. And as I mentioned, some places are finally reporting that they call their local GameStop store and the stock wasn't there, thank God. But I mean, like, it's kind of weird saying think up, but like, it's kind of like, I'm happy the stock is finally selling out so we can stop covering up this news, because I'm not really the biggest fan of not like covering like mediocre news, if you know what I mean. But sometimes it's all you got. So I'm just trying my best to give you guys what I can give you guys. So just letting you guys know, if you guys want to check your GameStop stores, give them a call. Like I said, some stores are finally like being fully out of stock, although we've still been seeing some reports of people checking their local GameStop stores and they're still in stock or they're receiving stock and all of that. So at least we are aware of that. We've been seeing it. Keep that in mind. Same thing too as well with the Xbox Series X's. Depending on the stores and locations, some of them still also do have stock available. We'll be also watching too as well throughout these next few days in case what GameStop does an online restock as well. Now, last but not least, don't forget about military release for the walk-in stuff. I'm sure you guys know about that, but basically always keep on checking your military exchange depots, onlines, etc. for all those PlayStations. So let's get a little bit more on the online side for this, because the walk-ins are usually kind of nice for Mondays. They kind of taper on off from the weekend. So the next one is going to be on the Walmart. Now, most of the big retailers are probably a little more on the quieter side because usually Mondays are more chill, but we actually have seen Walmart go and do quite a few Monday restocks. Same with Best Buy too as well. So we'll be watching those pretty especially for this. I would probably go and say, though, we are going to probably want to wait for the January 3rd to 4th range. Those 2 days have been kind of like the big dates on when Walmart stock should be arriving from a prior restock, which is why we'll maybe be watching Walmart a little bit more closely today for a restock. We have seen some Walmart restocks at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and also at 2 o'clock, depending on the time zone. So just keep that in mind. Although there's been nothing confirmed or nothing like super heavily mentioned on it, I'd probably still want to wait for all the stock that's overdue to get cleared. And once that's done, we can probably be anticipating another restock. Although there is a secondary restock wave going on the 15th, I believe, as the next latest date. But we have seen Walmart do some Mondays and Tuesdays before, so we'll keep you guys in the loop. Last week, Best Buy did also go and have some drops. They had a double drop throughout the week. We'll cover a lot of this more stuff in the weekly video. But when it comes to all this stuff, when it comes to GameStop or Best Buy, Mondays have been notoriously known for their total tech restocks. So both for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X's, we'll be watching for those, or maybe in that very rare chance, Halo Infinite's, and then the rest of the week we'll be watching for other drops. It does kind of seem like Thursdays are usually GPU days, and then Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays are good console days, although we have seen Best Buy drop on every day. We'll cover that more in the weekly video. But just be on the lookout for that. We'll be watching that just throughout the day. On this player anytime around like the 9 a.m. to around 6 p.m. range or so. Walmart, as I mentioned the hours before. Target. Now, I highly doubt Target would drop throughout this. If it did randomly, you guys can leave a comment, I guess. But when it comes to Target itself, Target, we are going to be watching a lot more news throughout this week. We saw a very eventful weekend. For if you guys want to miss any of those videos, I'll probably cover it very quickly in the weekly video and maybe another separate Target video if we get more news for it. But as we've been seeing some stock, PlayStations have been arriving. PlayStations have been moving. Stores are still sitting on some stock. We're kind of basically seeing movement pretty much everywhere. So it's keeping you guys on the loop that we're seeing some pretty good news. It's flowing pretty good, and I love seeing this because I want you guys to get your consoles ASAP, especially when it comes to Target. So PlayStation 5s will wait for more updates all throughout today, and if we get more information, we'll let you guys know. Same topic as of Target, I'm sure you guys know, but the Xbox Series X's do still keep on receiving and ending up in the stores themselves. So in case you guys want to go, just be on the lookout for Xbox Series X's. Keep checking your stores, checking online, give them a call, give them a nice little casual quick chat, or go check online for the Xbox All Accesses, and if those are available, you guys can go and see if your local store has stock. As well, when it comes to the Amazon, probably nothing crazy when it comes to Amazon. We did have a double drop for the PlayStation 5s. That always could work in a nice little YOLO one, but they usually like to do like a nice once a month drop and kind of stop from there. You guys can always go and check the Amazon links down below for warehouse consoles throughout the day if you guys want to, but it's kind of all up to you guys in case you guys even care about that in the first place. As well as also don't forget about Anton Lime. They had a pretty eventful last week, so there's always a chance for a little bit of a quieter this week for any time before them between around the 9 a.m. to around the 6 p.m. range. Same thing too as well with Gamefly. On top of that, we usually kind of watch them for their weekly restock starting as of now. We also are still available for a lot of the big mid-tier places such as like the Dell, Verizon, Kohl's, etc. that still have not restocked all throughout these past few weeks. We also going to be watching once again for Costco. Costco was a little bit more on the quieter side last week. There was a few drops, nothing crazy. It's always been on the lookout for them. They do sometimes like to start off these weeks kind of strong when it comes to their bundle restocks, both PlayStation and Xboxes. We did also see Xboxes from them last week. Sam's Club 2 probably doesn't usually drop on Mondays too oftenly, so we could probably go and avoid up on that. And as well, keep on the lookout for the New Egg Shuffles. We do keep on seeing the New Egg Shuffles floating around every single day, give or take. So be on the lookout for that. As well as also no PlayStation Direct emails that we saw as of yesterday. If we do, we'll let you guys go and know, or see if there's any stock availabilities for it just in general. Same with the Microsoft stores as well. We did not see any Microsoft stores. And as I mentioned, checking all the other various walk-ins too. There's always the mid-tier chances such as the HEBs and PC Richards and all the other BJs, etc. and staple stores, although we haven't seen too much more news from them these past few days. So that's pretty much about it for me on the day. We'll kind of give you guys more updates throughout the day, and of course be on the lookout for the weekly video too as well. We'll probably go a little bit more in-depth for all the overall information floating around from there. So if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock and free money. Same with Coinbase too as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed for that. And of course, if you guys want to leave your thoughts or comments down below, and of course, make sure you guys save your money and gas, give a store a quick call, or just kind of know their overall people and employees there, and go from there. But we'll give you guys more details all throughout the rest of this week, and I love you guys all so much for watching. You guys are all beautiful. Love you guys.